Hello everyone, I'm
Hello.
Simon Islam. I'm from Bangladesh and today I'm here to talk about my country. Now, this is a very poorly drawn picture, but it is a flag of my country, and when I'm talking about the name of my country and the flag of my country, that sort of symbolizes our history and our culture all together. Now, the name of our country, Bangladesh, it's divided in two sections. It's Bangla and it's Desh. Now, Bangla, it is the name of our language. It's the language that we speak, and Desh, it means it's country. So essentially, the name Bangladesh means the land where we speak Bangla. And it's the name itself that shows us our love toward our language. And this is one of the very reasons we were separated and independent. Now, in order to explain our flag, we need to take a look at the history itself. This section in the world, this Indian subcontinent, it was basically two countries, India and Pakistan. Now, Pakistan had two sections, the West Pakistan, which is currently the country Pakistan, and there was East Pakistan, which is Bangladesh. Now, these two sections were separated by India, and the problem was the only thing we had in common was essentially our religion. And except that, there wasn't that many things we had in common. I mean, we had different foods, we had different clothing, we had different culture, and that was the difference which is growing apart, and ultimately we decided that we have to be separated as our own nation. And Pakistan, it was a united Pakistan. Of course, they didn't want to be separated because then it would be a political blunder regarding their competition with India. So we had a war, and throughout that war, after a 9-month revolutionary war in 1971, we were separated. From the destruction of war, we rose as a nation, and this flag is a symbol of our freedom, where the green symbolizes the greenery and the beauty of our nation, the sovereignty, the evergreen beauty. The red in the center symbolizes the lives that we had to sacrifice in order to gain this freedom, in order to have this beauty as our own. Now today as I have talked about the history, I'm going to be talking about the economy, the natural beauty, and the people of Bangladesh. Now going back to economy, our economy is more agro-based. I mean, over 75% of the entire population are related to agriculture. We grow products for our own supply, then we import products, and all of our products are more agro-based, more or less. And then we have industries, but most of our industries are related to our agriculture, and we are trying to increase our economy as more industrial so that our huge population can be employed and we can develop as a nation. Now, our natural beauty, our country is really small. I mean, you can hardly see it here, right here. Okay, it's really small to see. In a comparison, the entire landmass of our country is smaller than the state of Iowa, and we have a huge population regarding in comparison to that landmass. Our population is currently, by a census of UN, is a little over 175 million, and due to our national census, it's a little over 160 million, which is still, it's a huge number. So even in this small country, we have such difference in order to say, natural beauty. On the southern side, we have the hills, the mountains, and the sea beach. As a fun fact, Bangladesh has the longest sea beach in the world, 144 kilometers of one big sea beach. I mean, it is the biggest. And on the upper eastern northern side, we have small hills, but we were before the second largest supplier of tea in the world, but we have fallen from that ranking. Now we're around in the top 10, but not in the second place anymore. And then we have Sundarban. It is the largest mangrove forest in the world, and the forest is so big that it extends all the way to West Bengal of India. Now, since our country is so small, we don't have any provinces, but we have 7 divisions which are connected by central government. And now, come to talk about the people. We we don't have any national religion, but the majority of the people are Muslim. We have over 87% of Muslim people and somewhere around 11% of Hindu people, and the rest are Christian and Buddhist, and there are some tribal religions which are very small in comparison to Muslim and Hindu people. And just having all these different religious people, we have so many social events. We celebrate all. We celebrate Eid, we celebrate the pujas, which are the main religious event for the Hindu people. We enjoy Christmas, we enjoy Buddha Purnima. So it's like in our country we have so many holidays and so many diverse celebrations. It is so great.
So is it day of school?
Yes, in the major holidays you get days of school, which is great, but not so great because you have a smaller summer vacation.
What's your summer vacation?
Our summer vacation is really small. It's a month because in our Ramadan we have a month vacation because about 6 days after Ramadan is the biggest celebration of Hindu religion, which is the Durga Puja. So we have both holidays sort of compressed and given a 1 month long vacation. And I think it's great, because we don't have a 3 month long gap and then school the rest of the year. We have medium-sized vacation.
Are you saying that you have to fast your entire vacation?
No, because not the entire month of Ramadan. We have the vacation. See, we have half the month of Ramadan as a vacation, the last 15 days of fasting. Then we have some days for Eid celebrations, let's say 5 or 6 days, and right after that is the puja, which is a week-long celebration. So in total, we have a month, but the first, let's say 2 weeks of the fasting, we have to attend school while we're fasting. And lots of people are not ready to do it, so they don't fast. It's not, it's not necessary for us, but people who are religious, who believe that they want to make that sacrifice, they want to, fast so they can show their devotion to God, they choose to. And that's a beautiful section about it, because we have all these diverse people. We have Hindu, we have Muslim, we have Buddhist, we have Christian. We all live together peacefully. And even though, as like in Egypt and in Indonesia, our Eid al-Adha is essentially sacrificing a cow or an animal in the name of God, whereas to the Hindu people, cows are taken as sacred. They still, we still live peacefully. It's a beautiful relationship between us. We're very much hospitable towards each other, and we all enjoy together. At the end of the day, that's what brings us together, because Hindu people celebrate Eid all the time, and we also celebrate Durga Puja. We go to their events, we also dance with them, we also have fun with them. So it's these events that sort of brings us together, and despite our differences, we stay as a nation. And when I'm talking about people, there's we are completely different in clothing, in food than all the other nations that have spoken already. I didn't wear any of my cultural clothes because I had to take a subway, and that was awkward. But yes, not everyone wears the cultural dresses. Teenagers wear jeans and shirts all the time. But in social events and in our national days like 21st February or 16th December, 21st February, as a matter of fact, 21st February is the International Mother Language Day, which was, if we go back to history, it came from us. In 1952, when we were still a part of Pakistan, we protested the governing movement of making Urdu as the state language because the majority of the East Pakistan spoke Bangla. So we had a revolution then, and some people died in a clash with in collision with the government, and we are the only nation in the world who sacrificed their lives for speaking for the right to speak their own language, and United Nations organizations respected that sacrifice by declaring that day, 21st February, as the International Mother Language Day. And now all the nations who are a member of UN celebrate that day, observe that day every year as we also pay our respect to the valiant souls who sacrificed their life. And coming back to the people and the culture, so our food is also different because on different sects of the country, like, okay, this map is too small for me, I'll just yes. On the southern side, with the sea beach and the mountains, people are very fond of spicy food, where in the northern side, they're not such a big fan of spicy food. So, and in the capital itself, we have sort of a compilation of all the different foods together, because our capital is a 400-year-old city. We have, and the city has this architecture and the culture of history, 200, 300-year-old history, and it's still there. You can also taste the same food in Pakistan, because we were ruled under the same reign. We were ruled by the Mughals, so you can taste Mughal food here and in Pakistan, in completely two different countries, two different cultures, and in our capital, you can taste the food. And it is a great thing, because even living in my capital city my whole life, I have tasted other countries' food without going there, and I really like that.
So, Simon, want to give them a chance for questions before us?
Yeah, and anyone have any questions for me?
I don't understand. If you are on the eastern side of India and Pakistan is on or if you're on the western side of India, no, eastern side, and Pakistan is on the western side, how could you have been one country?
That is the question asked.
Am I missing something?
Actually, it's a long, detailed political process during the 1947, but
because when Pakistan got independent, India didn't give the parts right, so it got.
No, it's not actually that.
It's kind of ooh.
No, I'm sorry. It's when we're under the British rule, it was divided that the majority of Hindu religion will have a country of their own. Well, in the regions where there's Muslim majority, earlier it was decided that they will be separate nations, but later it was decided no, they will be one nation, but two sections of the country. So.
Oh, that must have been difficult.
Yes, on this side of India, right? India here is a major Hindu-dominated country, where on this side there's Muslim majority and this side there's Muslim majority. So it was decided that these two will be one country, but two different sections, two different provinces.
Oh.
Does that make sense now?
No, but that's yes, of course. No, it doesn't make sense. But that's the way it is. It doesn't have to make sense.
Thank you so much.
I'm sorry.
Oh, is it happening?
Yes, go ahead.
Sorry, do they study English in the school?
I was in national curriculum. We have two curriculum, the British curriculum and the national curriculum. British curriculum is a system that Mariam studied. In our curriculum, English is a subject that you have to take, but you learn the grammars and free writing, not the English speaking necessarily. That is something that you have to do on your own.
When I was living in Jordan, there were a lot of men and women from Bangladesh who came to work in Jordan. I was wondering if that is a national issue for Bangladesh. Like, are there a lot of mothers and fathers who are not being able to raise their kids because they're working abroad, or is that my incorrect perception?
No, since we have a lot of people, our country is small with such a huge population that we cannot always employ our citizens. So what happens is people, they gather money and go abroad in order to have a job. And these countries, they need workers. And we have workers. So it's more of a national base that we send workers to them and they work there. And after 5 years, 10 years, it depends on their wish, how long they want to stay there. They come back, the the money they have earned and they use it to get stable in the country. So it's not that moms and dads can provide their children for it's that they have a better opportunity working abroad because they have better work options